American Pit Bull Terrier, and what are they? What are they? Labradors. And a pussies, man. Pussies. You think some 12-stone man can beat me a fight off that wind like an aeroplane? Like a paper aeroplane. And he's mated it in one punch, put him in the Royal Infirmary. Not that thin. I could drive that right hand straight through the skull, running 4 miles 5 times a week, weight training in a bag, sparring. Come on. They're ready and prepared for these mugs. I'm the ultimate fucking male, mate. Ultimate fucking male. Put some fucking respect on this name.
What happened, John?
Well, they can talk about me day and night in the video. I'm a coward, this, I'm a coward, I'm fucking in that run like a dog. I will fight till I drop for fucking at me. I'm gonna fuck any place, anytime, anywhere for nothing.
So someone's upset John quite seriously there, you know.
I should be shot in that middle seat, me. Not some freak gold digger. I made all this. How are these bollocks here to be fuck all for these gold diggers? These bollocks traded millions for these gold diggers. Treat me with some fucking respect. Now my fucking shower shit down here. I made all this. I fucking made it. So here's the statement. Here it is. Without the spunk in my bollocks, all you want to get the fucking paycheck. Fuck you all.
Yeah. Oh, fucking twat.
What's good, everybody? Happy Friday to you all. Who we got in the house? Random Don. Salute to you, me good man, always showing love. Happy Friday to you, brother. Hope you're well. One sec. Got a bloody cold. Excuse me. You spoke nice update, Loz, on the intro. Yeah, cheers. I've had it a couple of weeks now. I've still got all my old ones. I'll just dot them around. Loz, can I ask you something personal if you don't mind? Yeah, go ahead. What is it, mate? Bruce Gas, salute to you, OG. Thanks for coming through. James Dickerson, what's good with you, me good man? Hey, Loz. Hey, chat. Hey, good to you. Happy Friday to you all, mate. Let me get this off the screen. You have to excuse me, I'm freaking laid up with a cold. Oh, I've got one coming anyway, but it is what it is. Yeah, fire away, mate. Whatever you want to ask me. Hey, Loz. Oh, yeah, I've read that. Right. I haven't made any videos this week. I do apologise, but to be honest, there hasn't really been a lot going on in boxing. All the good stuff's coming end of the month, next month, and May. What's he put? Well, so you might want to disable the comments because I'm going to put funny comments. Yeah, I can do that actually. I don't know how you do it now once. One sec. Comments. Oh, there we go. One sec. Get rid of that. Go back on that. Right, lovely. Yeah, well, to be honest, mate, YouTube were deleting comments again last week in my chat, and 90% of them were yours, Random Don. Brother, I'll salute. Yeah, salute. Wizard, what's up with you? Good man, he's put evening, big man. Oh, salute to you, Wizard. Just joking about spunk in front of the other man. It's fruity as fuck, I reckon. Creamed himself in fucking pissy. Bosa versus Sims card. Looking interesting. I've not seen that, Bruce. What's that on? I've not seen that. I quite like Barbosa. He's a good fighter. I want to see. I've not seen that. Oscar Collazo, is that? Lost the personal thing. Have you met people like John? You shout because nobody put it on there. Lost the personal thing you met people like John. I'll come across people like that all the time. It's on the zone. When's that then, Bruce? Yeah, you always come across people like John Fury, don't you? John Fury is brain dead. Right, let's kick off then. Anyway, so I've done a call list tonight. Mr. Potato Head still crying. I should imagine you've seen the interview with Tyson Fury coming out the other day after Alexander Usyk's named his last three fights. Apparently, this Rico Van Hoven or whatever he's called, the winner of Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley, and then Greedy Belly. But Greedy Belly's been crying. John Fury's bollocks are made of gold in his mind. Yeah. So Greedy Belly's been crying this week, still crying, and still delusional and in denial about Alexander Usyk beating him. Saying, oh, he came out with the famous one again because his country's at war. He came out with that again. And then he said something along the lines of I have to get a knockout because the referees swing it both his way. The man's absolutely deluded. But as I've said all along, this fight is going to happen. Now, Fury was sort of making out that he's not interested in fighting him again. After the other couple of weeks ago, he was saying that he wants fighting. But he was making out that he doesn't want fighting again because he won't get the decision because he got robbed in the two fights. It's like, you have the audacity and the cheek to rip Deontay Wilder about the claims of cheating, and you're every single bit as bad as Deontay Wilder for these ludicrous allegations that you were cheated by the referee and because his country was at war, that's why they felt sorry for you. That is as scummy as fuck. And Fury, you lost twice. Fury ain't knocking out Usyk. No, is he out? That country comment was a dick move. Fury literally elbowed Usyk. Yeah, it's crazy. But are we surprised that Alexander Usyk said he wants to fight him? Now, it is what it is with this this kickboxing dude who he's fighting. Like I say, I ain't got a problem with Usyk fighting who he wants because at the end of the day, they've all done it. Anthony Joshua twice, Tyson Fury. Just a bit shitty that the WBC have allowed the belt to be put on the line. Because obviously this kickboxing dude has catapulted ahead of Ajit Kabayel. Ajit Kabayel isn't getting a look in. I honestly don't know what Kabayel does next. He's made it quite clear that he's not going to fight him. So will he fight this? Obviously, fight this kickboxer, and then does he get? It looks like he'll get stripped, and Kabayel will get made to the WBC champion, which is only right. It's only right. But I said it all along. Well, we've all been saying it. He was always on the cards. He was always going to fight Tyson Fury. Always. That fight was always going to come. It's a big payday for the dude. Massive payday. And a big fight to walk away. And Woodson, what's good with you, me good man? I hope you're well out there in the Windy City, buddy. Thanks for coming through and always showing love. Usyk deserves a break. Fury finally didn't, and AJ did it twice. Yeah. Who would you prefer, Usyk, Fabio, or Kabayel? Any one of them. Any one of them random, Don. It wouldn't bother me. The WBC is also going to mess up the Benavidez Ramirez fight. Have you heard that? No, I haven't, Bruce. To be honest, Bruce, I haven't had my head in any boxing clouds this week, mate. I wouldn't be surprised, Bruce. What are they going to do? What are they going to do, Bruce? The WBC is shit. Sometimes when I think about things now about Dana White trying to get rid of these sanctioning bodies, sometimes I often think to myself, he, as much as that Zuffa bullshit is around, you can sort of see the man's point because when you've got the WBC always continuously playing games with fighters being ranked who weren't ranked, fighters being catapulted into position who haven't deserved the shot, fighters who have deserved the shot being frozen out. He really, you can sort of see where he's coming from in a way. The WBC screwed White. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. So, Tyson Fury, anyway. Let me read this what this book. It's a WBO WBA title fight, not WBC, but the WBC wants to add a new what's that symmetrical belt to be awarded to the winner, and the WBA and WBO might not sanction it because of that. Fucking hell. What is it with them with these belts, man? It's like boxing is basically like wrestling now, isn't it? With all these fake headlines, fake beef, and all that shit. Nate, what's good with you, man? But hey, well, sending thoughts, my brother. Looking forward to the fights tomorrow night. Who's fighting tomorrow night, buddy? Like I say, I haven't even had my head in the boxing clouds this week. Matchroom belt incoming exactly. Who's fighting tomorrow, Nath? Is it that Kakachi fight? Maybe they should be so many belts that all the belts become useless. Well, that's a bit like what's going on now, isn't it? With all these stupid add-on trinkets and all that. Gold, silver, intercontinental, European. What is he? A belt should just be one belt. I recognise the main four, but it should just be them four belts and nothing else. Nothing else at all. So yeah, I can understand that. So anyway, I'm getting thrown off what I'm talking about. Yeah, greedy belly, aka Mr. Potato Head. I think it should be less than 4. Maybe maybe go back to just the old 3 IBF. The WBO's been around now, hasn't it? Is it since like early 90s, about 94, maybe a bit earlier or a little bit after. I don't know. It's out of mid 90s, something like that. So it's been around, a while, 30 odd years, 35 years. So yeah, he's just a sore bad loser. And I'll move on talking about him. WBO and the IBF can stay, and the WBC can go. Yeah, I'd be happy with that, mate. Yeah. The WBA is a bit of a bullshit belt as well at the moment, isn't he? So I feel sorry for Caballero because he's just getting frozen out, mate. I don't know what he does. Does he take up legal proceedings against him? But that ain't going to get him anywhere. Or does he try and move up in the other governing bodies? But would you, if Wardley beats Dubois, if Dubois beats Wardley, no one wants to see Dubois versus Usyk for a third time, do they? He's already been flogged twice. I wouldn't want to see that fight again. So I'm sort of in a way. I mean, I'm picking Dubois to beat Fabio Wardley, but I'm sort of in a way. Now Usyk said that. I'm thinking I'd rather see Wardley win because I don't want to see. Dubois versus Alexander Usyk again. I'd Zuffa in there, yeah. I don't want to see Usyk Dubois 3. It will be the same outcome. Absolutely it will. Absolutely it will. Right, let's get on to some other subjects and I can come back to all this. So, just quickly, has anybody seen... I just watched this tonight when I got home from the gym. The face-off with Deontay Wilder and Del Boy had me in stitches, if I'm honest. It was pretty good. The respect for one another, the big friends. But I loved how Addy said at the end, "Can you both take your glasses off and not tell me, but tell each other who's going to win the fight and how?" And Wilder said to him, "You already got 1 foot through the retirement door, and I'm going to give you a present, maybe a black eye or two, and put you into retirement." I was buzzing off it. I'm quite lucky, even though they're both shot. I'm actually quite looking forward to this fight because someone's going to get bombed out. It's going to be like a pub brawl on a Friday night. This isn't it? They're going to be swinging for their mills. Derek with his big windmills, Wilder with his looping hooks. But I'm quite looking forward to it, and I did like the fact that there was no, Addy was saying, "No, why aren't there like bad blood between you?" And he said, "We're too old in the tooth for that shit now." Charlene, what's good with you, sweetheart? I hope you're good. Thanks for coming through, Charlene. I don't want to see. Oh yeah, I read that. Oh fucking hell, pissy. Is anybody looking forward to that fight, or is it just like, God, can't wait for both of them to go? I'm sort of 50-50. Lost D, what's good, family? Mr. Gumbo, what's good with you, me good man? Wow, I ain't seen you for a while. I hope you're good anyway. You still driving them trucks? Mr. Gumbo, I hope you're well anyway, buddy. Elboy will get a rare win. So who are you going for? Thanks for coming through anyway, Mr. Gumbo. I just don't know about this fight. I want Derek to win, but something's telling me Wilder will win. I don't know. And I think it's not going to last long, this fight. Not at all. In a way, I'll be sad to see Derek go, in a way. But he's been hanging around too long that he's started to become a little bit of a pain in the arse. Well, that's it. 2 washed up. It should have happened years ago. I remember the presser ago with Chisora and Wilder. Yeah, it should have happened years ago. Mr. Gumbo's, but Wilder's going to get knocked out. Yes, driving right now, bro. Oh, salute to you, me good man. Yeah, do you know what though, right? This is just my evening, Thomas. I hope you're well, buddy. Thanks for coming through. This is just the way how I'm look at it now, right? And on art, right? This, for me, is a 50-50 fight. Because they're both shot to smithereens. Derek will be throwing big wild hooks and looping right hands coming forward. Wilder will be throwing big hooks and hoping that they land. But the only one thing what sort of slightly swaying me towards Wilder is Wilder still throws the straight right. And Derek hasn't got no bloody guard. So if Derek's going to plough forward with his head down, swinging them big bombs, don't get me wrong, Derek catches Wilder, he's out, clean out. And he's going to put the pressure on him. But if Wilder stands back and throws one of them straight rights like he did against Dominic Brazil, he's going to put Derek over the other side of the mountain, I think. So it makes for I won't say exciting, but for me it makes for a watchable fight. I quite like the pair of them. I wish to be honest, they'd both retire. I want Derek to win, and I think he is gonna win. But I've got a sneaky little feeling that Wilder might just drill him with a straight right. I don't know. That's why I'm sort of curious to watching it to see the outcome. What was was that? Wells, good evening, Thomas. Yeah, I want Chisora to win and both to retire, but if he chins Wilder, yeah. Two uncles fighting at a barbecue. Exactly, Random Don. A certain cult will make excuses if Wilder gets chinned. Oh, I know they will. Yeah, absolutely they will. The one who lands first wins. Facts, absolutely. Mr. Gumbo, saying hello to Thomas. Derek is going to make Wilder twerk. Fucking pisser. Wilder's Wilder's chronic. He's beat nobody. Pisser. Wilder might still be pissed about the Sydney Simmons. Might still be pissed about what? Is that? Oh, is that his missus? That Simon did. I don't know who that is. Wilder's legs may give away. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Derek by I know what that abbreviation, whatever. Alliteration. Possibly. I tell you what, though. To be fair, I'm not writing Wilder off. I'm not. I know it's a bit of a comedy fight, really, because they both shot to smithereens. I mean, what's Wilder? 47. Derek's 42, 43, something like that. But I watched Wilder against that dude, that Erden guy who he fought, and he was terrible, man. But to be fair, that guy was fucking ass. His opponent, he was shocking. He just didn't want to get hit. He wouldn't engage. He kept holding. He kept. It was like watching Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. Wilder was throwing big bombs at him. He was going on floor. Half the punches weren't landing, and he was still going on floor. He was turning his back on Wilder. It was awful. It was bloody awful. So I turned it off. Derek fought tougher competition. Yeah, good point. Yeah, it's a good fight anyway. I wouldn't say it's a good fight, but it's an interesting fight. Two OAPs, like was it Thomas said or someone said, two uncles fighting at a barbecue. I did like though that I like the fact that they're good friends and there was no bullshit, and it was just good. It was just nice to see. Instead of two boxers going at each other, it was just nice to see them both shake hands and like you can tell they're really good mates. And Wilder said I love you like a brother. Toby Bartlett, what's good with you, me good man? He's put Sleep Big Loz and the chat. Hope you're good, mate. Yes, very well. Thank you very much. I hope you're well as well. Tobe. Thanks for coming through. Uncle twerks at what? One uncle twerks at a barbecue. Ruthless. Neither of them can put a sentence together. No, well, that's true. That's very true. They're both, especially Derek. Derek sounds like Sloth, doesn't he, off the Goonies? Right. Was watching an interview yesterday. I think it was on Boxing Now or Box Now. Quite a big channel. And they were interviewing Fraser Clark, talking about him fighting Justice Suni. And got to hand it to Fraser Clark. He still believes in himself. He says, as soon as he got the phone call, he said, yeah, I want it. I want that fight. Which, excuse me, I take that off to him. But he was saying, he couldn't afford not to take it because he's got to get back in the mix. Now, I don't know about you, but do you think that this is a must win for Big Fraser? Because I've got a funny feeling if he loses this fight, I think his career is pretty much done. If he can resurrect himself with, say, he knocks Uni out in quick fashion, I think that might resurrect him a little bit. But as much as I like Big Freeze, and he's a local boy, and he's not far from me, he's only down the road in Burton-on-Trent. As much as I love Big Freeze, and a decent bloke he is, I can't see him winning this fight whatsoever. I think he's going to get absolutely schooled off Justice Uni. And the woman who interviewed him did virtually say something along them lines, but he said, "Well, I hit harder than him, and if I hit him, he's gone." Which I thought was a fair point. He said, just because he's good, he says, I've got skills as well. I was thinking, yeah, but Fraser, you might have skills, but you ain't got skills like this kid. I think Justice Uni's going to do a number on him. I think it'll go to the scorecards, but I think Uni will just win every round. I was talking to Wizardsley. Clark has passed it, I think. Yeah. Well, how old is Big Freeze? Let me just have a look how old he is. He's got to be 30. I know he's in his 30s. What is he, about 35? He didn't turn professional till dead late. Fraser Clark box rec. Fraser Clark box rec. Oh, 34? I thought he was older than that. Are you sure? Well, that's what he's saying anyway. Oh, well. Yeah, 34. That's what he's saying. So, I don't know. I can't see him. Where are you from, Loz? I'm Wolverhampton. Me? I'm a Stoke-on-Trent, sweetheart. So you're a Midlands person like me. Imagine you're West Midlands, aren't you? I'm Midlands. Stoke-on-Trent. I'm actually a Cheshire lad. I was born and raised in Cheshire. But I moved up here. When did I move up here? 2017. I'm only on the border, like I'm in like the first town in Staffordshire, right on the Cheshire border. There's an old railway bridge. You go under that, and then I'm in Cheshire. But I live on like the outskirts of Stoke-on-Trent. So you're a Wolves girl then, are you, Charlene? From the Black Country. Hooney nearly fucked up Fabio. If Hooney had a little more pop, he would have dropped facts. Absolutely facts. No two ways about it. 37, 38. What does that mean, Wizard? Oh, the age combined. Never knew Loz was popular with the ladies. Guarantee you get more women than Joshua. Fucking hell, I wish. Unfortunately. Pisser. Yeah, it's a bit of a rum old town, isn't it, Wolves? Or it used to be anyway. Fraser. Surface as pro career. My eyes terrible, man. For the Olympic, not sure was it the right decision. Right, I'll try again. Fraser sacrificed his pro career for an Olympic medal. Not sure it was the right decision. Yeah, because he come in it late, didn't he? Yeah, that's a good point, that Random Don. That's a very good point. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he should have turned professional a lot earlier. Do you know what, right? It's crazy to think. When was the first ever Fabio Wardley Fraser Clark fight? It was only, 2 years ago? Something like that. Was it 2024? Might have been 2023. I can't remember. But it's crazy to think that he nearly beat Fabio Wardley. He nearly beat him. And look what's happened. Look how the tables have turned, man. Big Fraser's hanging on the bottom run on the ladder, isn't he? Whereas, fucking hell, Woodley's he's heavyweight champion. It's crazy how things happen. Eubank Junior, Stoke-on-Trent. Eubanks ain't. He's a Cockney boy, isn't he? Eubanks. Sure, I thought he was brought up in Brixton. Not unfortunately. Charlie and Homer away. Be proud. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Right. So, just quickly to get off this subject, because I've got other subjects to talk about. Who are you going for? Anyone? I'm picking Justice Uni, unanimous decision. That's what I think happens. But I'd like Big Freeze to win. Hooney. Yeah. Right. What else is there? So, when? Do you know what? I've got some things to talk about. But right, I've already spoke about that. Does anyone watch this? The Face Off. I still think this is a good fight. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Moses to win, but I don't think he. I don't know. I think this is going to be a tougher fight than what people think it's going to be. I think for me, a lot of people are thinking that Moses is going to walk through him. It's going to be interesting to see anyway, because for this fight for me, right? Where's it gone now? This fight for me will tell me. Well, me personally, this fight for me will tell me everything what I need to know about Moses and Toma off this fight. I'll get to see what I need, what I've been waiting to see, if you get what I mean. Because I haven't seen all of Moses' fight. In fact, I've only probably seen 3 or 4. But every fight I've seen, he's obliterated his opponent. And as much as I can't listen to Simon Jordan rimming Moses and Toma, I can't make up my own mind, you know what I mean? Because I hear it's like, oh, he'd do this, he'd beat Ergovic, he'd do this, he'd do that. This for me will tell me exactly what I need to know about young Moses at this part in his career, because I believe, God, these notifications, sod off. This for me will tell me what I need to see from you. Will tell me about young Moses, because I honestly believe, this is just my personal opinion, I don't think that this kid is a pushover like what a lot of people think he is. That's just me. Let me see what people are saying. It depends on what Franklin has left. Yes, that's a good point. A very good point. Here he is, main man, London and Sticks. Hope you well, buddies. Put yo Loz. I like Fraser, but realistically, he's had 3 shots at cracking British level and has failed each time. I think Cooney may actually end his career. It's a very bad style matchup for Fraser. What a cracking comment. Always dropping them bombs. What a great comment. That's exactly, what a great comment, man. Why does Londoner always drop bomb-ass comments? That's bang on, mate. He's never even, it's a shame because an Olympian, what is he, Olympic bronze medalist? He's never even achieved British level. And like you just said, Uni could actually end his career. And it's a shame, it's crazy, man. But it goes back again to what Random Don just said. He pretty much sacrificed his career for a medal. And like you just said, Londoner, whoever's fucking stylistically matched that, whoever was the matchmaker for that wants flogging, because I honestly think he's going to get pummeled. I don't think Hooney will knock him out, but I just think it'll be like a cat playing with a ball of wool. He ain't going, mate. If you're struggling with the likes of Dave Allen and people like that, you know, and Jamie TKB, even though Jamie TKB's just won the title, you ain't gonna beat this kid, man. Uni might be feather fisted, but the kid's got great skill, man. He'll run rings, I believe. He'll run rings around Big Fraser Clark. Get your glasses on, Loz, and don't be a proud proud specky pisser. I ain't got no glasses, mate. I look like fucking Trevor McDonald off News at 10. That's what my mates always used to say if I had glasses. Charlene's put head uni, heart big phrase. Fair enough, sweetheart. JT is Stoke-on-Trent. JR. Ooh, no, he is, yeah. He's Brixton boy. Sure he is. You Banks. Who's JT? I don't know, you're losing me, wizard. Bronze's fourth equal. Fucking piss it. I don't know what fight provides for a tumor. We have to see. Yeah, good point. Bruce Gassie's put Frank Sanchez also pulled out of a fight with Ricardo Torres because re-injured and surgical repair to the knee. I think Sanchez is done. No way. So you got Moses pulled out on him, and he's pulled out on Torres. Fucking hell. That's yeah, could be. And he's an old biffer as well, isn't he? Bruce, let me ask you a question. Has Sanchez actually fought since Caballero beat him up? Did he fight a Jagber? Or was that before that fight? I can't remember. He fought once, right, okay, yeah. And no name. Okay, right, yeah. The Jagber fight must have been before then. I don't know what people do well in the Olympics, but fuck it up as a pro rank. Look at Audley Harrison. Yeah, over a year ago. Yeah. Okay, yeah. If Audley Harrison, fucking hell, he was a muppet, wasn't he? Mr. I Pinch Muhammad Ali's rhymes. Oh, mate, he was terrible. You know what? I remember when I first saw him in the Olympics, and then he was coming out with all these bullshit rhymes after, and I thought, what a weapon you are, mate. And then he come in, turned professional after the Olympics, and he was still doing all these fucking Muhammad Ali rhymes. I was like, mate, you're not Muhammad Ali, you know. And then he bombed him out. Was it that Michael Sprock? Do you ever remember that fight? Audley Harrison versus Michael Sprock. Fucking hell, Sprock was well smaller than him, and he knocked the fuck out of him. Knocked him all over the show. Knocked him out. Never right. So yeah, what's this? Oh, right. Fucking Eggheads. See, Eggheads apologised to Duke McKenzie, hasn't he? Only took 4 or 5 months for him to finally apologise to him. If I was Duke, I'd have told him, get fucked on your bike, mate. I wouldn't have accepted it. I mean, I've not seen this video. I've just heard about it, and then I found the picture on Facebook tonight. But the arrogant little twats come out and finally said sorry to Duke McKenzie. But if I was Duke, like today, I'd tell him where I go shove it. What's the chat saying? Audley Harrison and Sprott's second fight KO was brutal. That might have been the fight then. Eggman only doing it because of his reputation as in Right, talking of Eggman, where's that? Did I upload it? No, I don't think I did. Did it? No, talk about here in a minute. No. I was reading an article before, right, about Eddie Hearn on about suing. Was he suing? I don't know if he was suing. Tyrone, what's good, buddy? Salute to you, my good man. Hope you're well, bud. It was something to do with Conor Benn. Apparently, this fight isn't a Zuffa fight. It was a Spencer Brown promotion. It must have been one of them stupid things off Facebook because it said Eddie Hearn was the article was Eddie Hearn on about suing. I can't remember if it was Conor Benn or get suing to get a certain percentage because apparently this fight isn't a Zuffa fight. It's a fucking Spencer Brown promotion fight, and I was thinking, how the hell is that a Spencer Brown promotional fight? What's Spencer Brown got to do with bloody Conor Benn? It's got nothing whatsoever to do with Conor Benn. So it must have been one of them stupid things on Facebook, you know, them daft posts what they put on. Best mate had 50 notes on Fraudley to beat A. He still gets his power, pisser. Audley Harrison, Biggie's claim to fame. He got Eddie Hearn into a boxing promotional. Now Matchroom Boxing are the big players in the game. Fucking pisser. Yeah, Fraudley. Remember when Deontay Wilder flattened him? That was funny as fuck, that. Because half of them punches didn't even land. Wilder's fucking arms were going round side of his head and fucking everything. Strangeness, what's good with you, man? Salute to you, buddy. Hope you're well. What's the topic? We're just talking about fucking hell, I can't even remember what we're talking about. Audley Harrison, Fraudley Harrison. Your best mate was drunk for sure, Wizard Pissy. Conor apologising in public at the awards ceremony in front of other boxers, industry people and media stinks of a PR move from the team. If Conor was genuine, he would have done it ages ago and privately. Bang on. Absolutely bang on. Absolutely. Exactly. It's a PR stunt because he's one of the most hated boxers. He's one of the most hated boxers on the planet at this moment in time, isn't he? His arrogance and for the shit what he's done. Not when he put his bet on. No, you're talking to random Don. Conor only did it because everyone hates him. Facts. Exactly. Facts. Right, let's talk about enough about Eggmaster Flex. What's this? Right, let's talk about this. I was listening to Outlaw the other day, made me laugh actually, about Carissa Shields saying that she could knock Rolly Ramirez about. Because she's saying that she walks around at a certain weight and Rolly only walks around it at 147. But it was like Outlaw said. Do you not think that when Rolly's not fighting, he's not walking around at least 160, maybe 170? And apparently she sparred some bloke. I have seen the video, but I've not seen the first video. She sparred some bloke and she said he was shit or something. So they had a second sparring match, or he had no power or something. And the dude knocked her out. Well, didn't knock her out, put her on her arse. And he said he was told not to hurt her. But she's off her fucking nuts, she is. And what's Rolly put? I don't hit women. It's not about the money. I wouldn't sell myself to hit a woman. Rolly'd fucking spark her. And that's funny as fuck, right? Because the guy who put her on her arse in a sparring fight, Rolly washed him. I forgot his name, begins with A. Rolly fucking washed him. She's crazy, yeah. She wanted to fight with Keith Thurman, didn't she? Saying that she could beat Keith Thurman one time. Thurman, she'd knock him about, and that woman needs to be put in her place, man. You're not a fucking man. It's like Outlaw said. No disrespect. You haven't got the power of a professional male boxer. You might have for women, But I don't know. It's naturally known men are stronger than women. Not always, but the majority of men are stronger than women, and I would say hit harder than women. I don't know why she keeps trying to start this shit with men boxers, saying that she wants to fight men boxers. I don't get it. Um, yeah, I read that. Not when he. Yeah, I remember when that dancer was bullying Harrison and taking the piss out of him on Big Brother. Bloody hell! I never really watched Big Brother. I can see Cisco going back to Eddie with his tails between his legs. Absolutely, absolutely. Charlene, right? You gotta think, sweetheart, right? Oh, Cisco, aka Yaz. You gotta think, Charlene, right? When I've been listening to a couple of channels, why is he still why is he still training at Matchroom facilities and Tony Sims is training him? Who even like Red Ibex said, Tony Sims is an in-house Matchroom trainer. So and then he signs Tom Aspinall. I just think it's a load of fake bullshit. They're just writing storylines for boxing. Because boxing's becoming like WWE now, isn't it? He's borrowed him for one fight and Eddie'll get his 3% or whatever they get, 5%. I don't know, whatever the cut is. And then he'll go back, like you just said, sweetheart, with his tail between his legs. You know, I watched an interview on Box Nation where Eddie said, they asked him if he'd worked with Conor Benn again, and he said, yeah. He said, yeah, but it wouldn't be the same. Well, why would you work with him again if he's done this so-called so bad thing to you? And Dana White stole your main man. And then, Conor Benn saying, it's a new adventure and I want Eddie by my side still. I honestly don't know. This is the point of where boxing just becomes like a bit of a, I don't know, I switch off at shit like this because it's just shit. The quote means the goofiest woman of all time, pissy. That dude knocked her into labour, making her a feminine housewife from masculine man, yeah, from a masculine man, yeah. That guy Chinder is smaller than her in weight, pissy, yeah. Rolly is crap, but he had eyes the dislikable fantasies, yeah. She is. She's a clown, isn't she? Can't be dealing with the woman. I've never really paid attention to her. She's a good boxer. I've got to give her a due. She is a good boxer, but I've never really paid any attention to her outside of the ring. And do you know why? Because her voice goes through me. She's got a horrible, squeaky voice, and it goes through me. So I switch off when I see her talking. Plus, she loves herself. She proper loves herself. So I can't be dealing with it. And then I just read certain things, and it's only because I listen to Outlaw's video. Outlaw roasts the shit out of her, doesn't he? And then when I hear it, it makes me laugh because she's absolutely fucking deluded. The woman is absolutely deluded. Reality TV is garbage. Yeah, everything is WWE these days. Facts. Yeah, yeah. It's like Chris knocking me about. Yeah, it wouldn't. I wouldn't throw anything back. Yeah, Carissa is horrible as a person. Yes, she is. She's full of shit and loves her own self. She thinks she's dead fit as well, and she isn't even fit whatsoever. Exactly, Wizard. I said the same thing last week. She's the female Wilder. She is. I think she's more deluded than what Deontay Wilder was when he was on top. Carissa has a Corey for what's that? Has a Corey for sure. That's why the guy did not mount her after laying her on the ground. Fucking ruthless. Carissa Shields is strong, speaks her mind and is fuck off, you fucking idiot. Get out of here, Tyrone. They're turning boxing into Love Island, yeah. As pretty as Naomi Campbell, fucking ruthless. Tell you what, Naomi Campbell, I'd rather had her. Love Island, Gabe Bryant, I don't watch Love Island. Picky and choosy with their opponents. Flat, superficial. Yeah, what a great point. Right, so there's talk of Anthony Joshua coming back. When? I don't know. God, I was listening to Porky yesterday whilst I was at work. The Porkmeister was saying apparently there's rumours going round he could be fighting Dillian White for a third fight as a comeback fight. How true that is, I don't know, but I was thinking, bloody hell, that's the last thing I wouldn't show one slightest bit of interest in that if that was ever to happen. I don't know if it is, but fucking hell, man. Dillian White? Really? Did anyone watch Dillian White's last fight? I don't even think he got out the fucking corner, did he? He should fight Miller. Great fight. Yeah. Not liking that. No, me neither. AJ back just to fight Fury. Yeah. It won't be Fury straight away. No, will it fuck? I mean, if that is true that they're in talks or there's rumours going around that he could be fighting Dillian White, I'm done with Anthony Joshua. To be honest, mate, if I'm honest, I'm done with him anyway after that Jake Paul farce shit. Because I give him a pass with the Ngannou stuff because Fury did it. But then that Jake Paul shit was just a joke. Yeah, I understand people say, well, you wouldn't turn that money down, would you? Maybe I wouldn't, but maybe I would if I was already a multi-millionaire. Because I would look at it like this, as if you're ruining the sport. You are part of the problem when you're entertaining all this shit. And the more these fighters keep fighting, these MMA guys or these YouTubers or these fucking kickboxers, whatever, the more they keep doing it, especially in the heavyweight division, the more the lower divisions, people in the lower divisions are going to try and do it. Because at the end of the day, the heavyweight division is the creme de la creme, isn't it? And the more that the heavyweights keep doing it, the more other fighters are going to keep doing it. And other heavyweights and so on and so forth. Till it becomes the point that boxing is just a laughing stock. It's pretty much a laughing stock at the moment sometimes anyway. Especially when you see the shit. Like a guy being frozen out. Being absolutely frozen out. Can't get a world title shot. Yet Usyk's fighting fucking... Well, he's just... where is he? Usyk's just named his last three fighters. I did upload it. I don't know where it's gone there. No interest, no mention whatsoever of Ajit Kabayel. The winner, the kickboxer, the winner of Dubois versus Wardley, which you'd have to hope that it'd be Wardley, because nobody wants to see Dubois versus Usyk for a third time. And then Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Another fight what no fucker wants to see. You fought them twice. Why are you fighting them both for the third time? Preferably could be. I won't be even watching that, taking the piss. Facts. Could AJ fight Dave Allen? That'd be better than fighting fucking Dillian White. Absolutely it would. He should fight John Fury. Good point. Yeah, he should. Mr. Tommy going, what's good with you, bro? He's put, I can't stand Anthony Joshua. my least favourite boxer ever. What a prick. Yeah, you've got a fair point, mate. You have. But Loz, why are you just commoners? You can't understand us. Loz, we are just commoners, sorry. You can't understand us taking it. Well, it's like anything else, isn't it? It's like fucking government, any shit they throw out. If you don't say anything, you have to just take it. Prince Patel, much worse. Fucking ruthless. Anthony Joshua acting like a killer for chinning Jake. What a bully plum. Yeah. Sylvester, what's good with you, man? He was Loz, what's up, mate? Yeah, I'm good, buddy. I hope you're good. Happy Friday to you, me good man. London's put Dillian is completely washed. If Hills opens to AJ fighting a proven drug cheat, then they should just run the Miller fight, which I'm sure most fans would rather see, given the history behind it. Fucking buzzing. I tell you, man, Londoner, you think just like me, buddy. What a great comment that is. Why not? Why not? They're both drugs cheats. Why not let Miller fight him? We never got to see the Miller fight. And we seen what young Moses just did to Dillian White. He fucking flattened him. Not only did he flatten him, he fucking ran over, reversed over him, and then drove over him again. He's completely shot to smithereens. And what, we're going to watch pay-per-view Anthony Joshua versus Dillian White? Fucking no chance. Fuck off. I don't want to see that shit. Is Tyson Fury versus AJ happening in 2026? God only knows, Sylvester. I hope it does. Does anyone feel that Joshua is a bully, wannabe roadman? Yeah. Here he is, Mr. Pollard. I ain't seen you for a while, but I hope you're well. He's put, yes, Lord. How's it hanging, bro? Alright, buddy. He's crazy, another crazy dude. Oh, yeah. Well, Eric, thanks for coming through, buddy. Women sipping for AJ is diabolical. Yeah. James Jameson, what's good, me good man? Hello, Big Loss, 50p in the crew, yeah? In the Pants crew, yeah? You're late to the thing, mate. AJ did the cutthroat sign after chinning Jake, yeah? Is Kanga the crazy mofo? Alright, calm down, I'm here. Good day to you, me good man. Dillian is more washed than a washing machine. Facts. I mean, come on, man. Who the fuck, right? This is right. I really. This is why I get frustrated with boxing, right? And sometimes I am seriously right. As much as I love the sport, good things happen and they pull me back into it. But a lot of times, like this week, I've had no intentions of doing any videos because there's nothing been happening. Plus, boxing it seems to be a shit fest. This heavyweight division. I was listening to a channel the other day. I can't remember what they called. Never come across them in fact before, but they were saying similar things. They want all these old guard gone because they're just holding up the division, which they are. Nobody, right? Nobody. I'm I'm pretty sure. I don't know what happened there, but the camera just went off. I'm pretty sure, right, that nobody wants to see Alexander Usyk fight Tyson Fury for a third time, and God forbid that fucking Dubois wins, even though I'm picking him to win. Nobody wants to see Alexander Usyk fight fucking fight Daniel Dubois. Plus, they don't want to see him fight this kickboxer. But the kickboxer, you give him a pass because all them other numpties have done it. But no one wants to see Fury again and Dubois. Surely there's got to be boxing fans what don't want to see that. And this is what I'm saying, it's bullshit. And then if Anthony Joshua comes back and he does end up fighting Dillian White, it's just a merry-go-round of shit. It really is. I think so. Yeah. Well, is TBA is what's that mean? Will be a banger. I don't know who that is, buddy. Dillian is more washed than but. I don't know who that is, Zuffa. Fucking pisser. Dillian is more smashed than Bonnie Blue. Ruthless. I've seen this TBA around the hell of a lot with them. With that tremor. What's that? I can't pronounce that, mate. I'm thick as fuck, you know me, Kanga. Boxing has become a joke the past couple of years. Totally agree, Eric. Totally agree, buddy. It has. It really has. Loz, I said we were getting that trilogy, mate. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Kanga, you've been here. Well, James, everyone, you Wizard, everyone, Londoner, all of you. You've been here along the side of when we first started saying that this trilogy fight was going to happen. I first started to speak about it, as you know, when the Bums ducked Parker. But as soon as that fight didn't happen, something just said to me he's going to fight. He's going to fight. Well, we all said he's going to fight Usyk instead of Parker, which he did, and then we all started to say Fury, 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 and yeah, you're right, absolutely, mate, absolutely, it was always gonna come. You're right. Dillian White is Tom Kite fucking great. Usyk should fight Fabio or Caballero. Well, he should do. He should do. I mean, I'm not being funny, but if Alexander Usyk allows himself to get stripped of the WBC and not fight Caballero, that's a bit of a shame, that, because I've always said this. I mean, for me, Alexander Usyk is the best heavyweight of this generation. But when people say he's the greatest ever or he's up there with the greatest ever, I'm afraid he's not. Not for me, he's not. I don't know about anyone else. But for me, he's not, because there is still fighters who you have to fight to claim that. Yes, you've beaten great fighters, no denial of that, absolutely not. But there's still the likes of an unbeaten Ajit Caballero. There's still the likes of an unbeaten Fabio Wardley. There's still the likes of young Moses. Yes, I know he hasn't got long left, but maybe not young Moses then. But to cement yourself as the greatest, you have to beat at least Caballero, and you have to beat I forgot his bloody name now, Wardley. You have to beat them before you hang. You don't have to, but it would be good for you to beat them before you hang up the gloves. But a famous saying: a champion has to beat all incomers, whether of what the fucking age. You have to be prepared to defend your belts. So I don't know, man. To be advised, oh, all right, sorry. Dubois don't want to fight Yardley. Dubois doesn't. Was that supposed to be Wardley? The same stuff recycling. Eventually, the fans' patience will run out with this pantomime. I would, but wouldn't be surprised if boxers get lowballed. Yeah, what a great thing. Bonnie Blue has been cocked more times than Davy Crockett's rifle. Pop, pop, bang. Fucking brilliant. I like Fabio versus Dubois. Great fight. Absolute great fight, Random Dom. Can't wait for it. Cracking fight, mate. If Usyk loses to Fury, we're fucked. Fury will never fight Usyk ever again. No, would he hell? Would he hell? We've said that before, James. Do you honestly think, Random Don, sorry, do you ever think if Fury beat Alexander Usyk, he'd give him a fourth fight? Would he? Fuck. Absolutely fucking not. You'd tell him get fucked. Usyk ducked Sugar Joe Smith Parker. Well, you can say that. Usyk loses. Yeah, we read that. Joe Sniff can get a pass. The Sniff never mind Usyk. Yeah. Wardley has a big punch and a strong chin. Yeah. I don't know about the chin. Well, that's a good point. Yeah. Eric's put. Back in the day, fighters would earn a title shot. Now they earn it through social media. Fucking great. What a great comment. Absolutely, Eric. Bang on, good man. Modern boxing can't compare to the 15 rounds Joe Louis was a champion. 25 defenses, 25 title defenses, 11 years a champion, one belt era. Modern boxing can't touch it. Facts. Absolute facts. ED Skeptic is put. Why isn't the Usyk fight one round boxing, 1 round kickboxing, or kickboxing for 12 rounds? It's a clown show and a mismatch anyway. Facts, absolutely. But if Fury beats him, Usyk deserves it. Yeah, he does, but Fury would never give it him, would he? That's a fact. You know that, Random Don. 15 rounds were a good reason. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's just, like I say, like we all saying in the chat, boxing to me, it is a shit fest. It's just, I'm just glad that I seen the 80s and the 90s of boxing and the very early 2000s. After about 2007 for me, like the days of like when Cotto, Marguerite and all that era were coming towards, not towards an end, but when they were starting to fizzle out. That for me was when boxing started going shit. You know, the early days, Ricky Hatton versus Mayweather, stuff like that. Boxing was still good then. Cotto versus Sugar Shane Mosley, things like that. I was well bang into me boxing and it was still good. But for me, the heavyweight division's been on skid row for a long time. But every now and then you get a good fight. What's it? Tell me Conor Benn is worth 15 million to fight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Eric. I won't give him 15 quid. Money over legacy these days, lads. That's what it is, Kanga. That's what it is. And I do believe that social media has got a big part to play in that. Like you said, we were saying the other week, when you were younger and you used to wait a month to get a magazine or a couple of weeks to get the magazine to read the latest boxing news and stuff like that. The excitement's gone out of boxing now. Now, click online and it's all there. But the majority of a lot of boxers' interviews, I don't watch a lot of them anymore because a lot of them are just drama kings, and especially the likes of shitbags like Conor Benn, because all it is about money. That man's got no intention of fighting any world champion because it's all about money for him, and he's playing. Anthony Joshua's another one. Don't come to me with all this bullshit story that you intend to come back a third time for being heavyweight champion when you're fighting Jake Paul. No, not at all. I ain't buying it, man. Conor Benn is a perfect example of popularity over talent. What great comments, Sylvester. Absolutely. Conor Benn ain't worth the pubes on my bollocks. Fucking quality. Can't even get a hard copy of the magazine in Australia anymore. That's what I'm saying. The days are gone now, aren't they? Shit like that. I remember as a kid, my stepdad always used to buy the one what Bert Sugar used to write. What was it called? Oh, God. He's dead now, Bert Sugar, but he's a famous boxing writer in America. He had, was it Boxing News? No, I can't remember. But Bert Sugar had He was a writer for. I don't know if he owned the magazine, but he was a writer anyway. He was an American boxing writer, and he used to write columns. But my old man, my stepdad, he always used to buy that Boxing Monthly, and I'm sure it was Boxing News. Could be wrong, but the one what Bert Sugar used to write for, and I used to look forward to reading them. He would never let me read them before he read them. But I used to wait. I used to love coming home from school, and he'd be there on the side. He'd keep it in his car all week at work. He'd read it, and then he'd just leave it on the side for me. I miss all that shit, man. I miss it all. Conor Benn as fucking sucks. Oh, sorry. Can't eat yet. Ben isn't worth an 8-figure check, in my opinion. Totally agree with you, Sylvester. Fucking sucks. I hate reading off a computer screen. Yeah, me too. If Conor Benn was as hard as his mouth, he would be world champion. Facts, Eric. Absolutely facts, mate. Fucking great turkey drummer. Fucking turned up. Fucking pisser. Eric's got a fucking great turkey drummer. Tucked up Eddie and Frank though. Yeah, he has. Oh, yeah, he has. He has. I'm starting to not like Turkey out of shape, if I'm honest, Eric. I think he's with this Dana White shit. If it was the last time, it would have been Ben. Would be nothing. Facts, it's just the name, isn't it? Random. Bert Sugar was a legend. Yeah. Super. Kanga, who was the magazine he used to write for, buddy? Let me Google it quickly. I'm sure it was. Wasn't Boxing Monthly? Who did Bert Sugar used to write for as a boxing columnist? What? There's a fucking dent. God, Google sometimes does my head in. Boxing writer Bert Sugar. Who did he used to write for? Yes, I know all that. Who was he? Ring magazine. It wasn't. Boxing Illustrated. That's it. Boxing Illustrated. He served from 1969 till 1973, and then returned as editor again in 1988. Yeah, Boxing Illustrated. That's who it was. Fucking quality. Bert was a legend. Conor Benn is a product of being a Nimpo baby who had a brilliant marketing, very strategic marketing. Realistically, he hasn't even proven his British level, but walks around like undisputed. Exactly. Won't fight Crocker. Won't go anywhere near Crocker or Josh fucking. This is what I mean. This is how you know they're full of shit. I'll come back to your thingy. He doesn't need the Ben name to be nothing. Yeah. Boxing Illustrated. There you go. Wizard got straight on it. No, he's talking to Kanga. Rub one out to the old razzle. Fucking quality. This is funny. He has Frank and Eddie shaking. Yeah. Conor Benn is a carbon copy of who. What a great comment. Yeah. Literally living off his daddy's name. What a great comment, Skeptic. Fucking brilliant, Ed Skeptic. He was. Sorry. So was Chris Eubanks Jr. Yeah, good point. Good point. Another con man. What was I going to say? What you just said about Conor Benn? Fucking slipped me. Let me calm this chat down because you just said something. I wanted to answer your question. Whatever. I forgot it now. But I think I remember it. Conor Benn. This is how you know the con man. When dropped to him about fighting Lewis Crocker, not interested. It's the same old pattern with them all the time. I suppose you're sick of hearing this now, but it's the same old pattern with them all the time. They're always on social media saying they want to fight him, they want to fight him, they want to fight that, they want that fight, they want this fight. And then they pull out a fucking guy who's washed to fucking bits. Do you know what I mean? What happened to the Boots Ennis, the Virgil Ortiz, the Shakur Stevensons, the Ryan Garcias, the Devin Haney's, the Brian Norman Juniors, the Rolly Ramirez? What happened to all 7 of them who you had beef with? Then you pull out Regis Prograis. Don't get me wrong, love Regis, was my favourite fighter, but he's shot to smithereens now. You're pulling him up to 150. The guy's been a 140 fighter all his life, and he's shot to smithereens. Lost 2 of his last 3 fights. And he went... But Regis Prograis was pretty much done against Zepeda. And then Devin Haney put him on fucking Dream Street. Outschooled him. It's crazy. Let me read this chat quick. It's funny. He asked Frank and Eddie. Yeah, Conor Benton. Yeah, I've read that. So what is Chris Eubanks? Yeah, Google AI tried to tell me to add to add 2 is 5. Fucking pissy. I think Turkey will eventually lowball these guys and maybe create room for Eddie and Frank. Yeah, can Frank and Eddie be made redundant? Yeah, I think they can, but I don't believe it will happen because I think they've got too much experience and too much money now, and plus they work together. I don't know. If Turkey wasn't around, Dana White wouldn't get a look in. That's one thing I can say. But I think, me personally, I think Eddie and Fish Eyes can survive because think of all the money what they've made off Turkey, plus their own money, plus they've been around for years. They're working together. I'd say maybe it'd be a different story if they weren't working together. But I think with them joining forces, I think they stand a stronger chance of staying still in the game. I could be wrong. I think better double that than single that. And the Cole and I Crotch making a comeback is funny as fuck. Yeah, Cole Crotch piss. I told you. I used to read the second hand from my uncle. He used to be a great man. Joe Fraser's son was another who wasn't great. Facts, yeah. Tyson sorted him out, didn't he? Ben is an MMA wannabe. Yeah, and Yaz, the only way is up. Usually successful boxers' children tend to do nothing in boxing. That's a good point. I like Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, I do. I think he's a great fighter. Loz, if Conor Ben has an average performance versus Regis, will this hype die down? He's got to. Sylvester. He's got to, buddy. He's got to. If he doesn't put Regis Prograis away, then I'd say yeah. Because Regis is what's Regis 37? Nearly 38. Was if Conor read that. The best thing for boxing at this moment would be for Ben to lose and see where he goes from there and stop all this nonsense with him. What a great comment. Do you know what, right? That's all what it is with him with me. Is the guy's a complete and utter fucking arrogant bastard. Like Londoner said, the guy fucking marches round like he's undisputed. You know, how the fuck did that Muppet stand in the ring with Golovkin and all them legends? And all of them had won belts, multiple world champions. What the fuck has he ever won? He might be just about to win a Zuffa belt against a pensioner. He's fucking bullshit. Maybe Turkey is using Dana for something, but surely they can't outbid the Arabs. No, but nothing's to say though, right? Nothing's to say though that boxing's gonna stay in Saudi Arabia. I mean, look what they tried it with darts. Was it darts? That failed miserably. They tried it with wrestling. Is that going to last long? I don't know how many shows they get in there. They're never going to take American wrestling away from America. Never. That'll never. That's one thing what will never happen in Saudi Arabia. They've tried with the Riyadh cards, but you'll never ever take that away from America. Too strong, I believe. Now Ben doesn't have Eddie promoting him. Ben will disappear. Bloody hope so, Eric. I think a lot of these new boxing fans on Netflix and social media teeny boppers who are easily fooled by all the misfits and clown show fights. They are the ones paid to watch this modern slot. What a fucking great comment, Ed. Absolutely, pal. That's a problem though. But you see though, Ed, I'll get fucking bashed for this because we're talking sense. Ed, like you just said, Ed, that's you can't say no fairer than that. They're just casual fucking social media bums, aren't they? Teeny boppers being easily fooled by misfit clown shows. What a great comment, man. Ben, salute to you, Ed. Ben looks like a guy to piss away his money. Possibly, yeah. Possibly because he's a bragging little bastard, isn't he? Oh, he's bragging about his money and what he's got. The only reason Conor Benn is where he is because of Eddie. Facts. Absolute facts. I think the sport is dying, but can Eddie and Frank make the fights? Even Turkey can't with big money. That's a fair comment, man. That's a fair comment. Sometimes, Random Don, I feel like the sport is dying myself. You know, like we said the other week, buddy, the best thing that Bricktop can do is to make his fighters fight. That's how you pull back a bit of revenue away from Turkey. And as he's put together the Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley, that's a brilliant fight. It's a fight in Britain, two British heavyweights for a world title. You can't get no better than that. I'm very surprised it's at the Co-op Arena. I would have thought that would have been a summer fight at Tottenham or Wembley, because that would sell out easily. That's a fight that a lot of people are looking at forward to, are excited about. So that's how Bricktop can get some revenue back. Start making these heavyweight fighters. Maybe the winner of that fights Kabayel. You know, because Usyk's cancelling out Kabayel. Bricktop, you've got Kabayel as your fighter. Make it put in the contract in solid gold. The winner of Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley fights Kabayel. I don't think Kabayel would give two fucks about the WBC. He'd take the WBO at the strike of a fucking match. Absolutely he would, because it means he'd be fighting for a world title. There's another great payday. Put it in Germany. The big sellout in Germany at his last fight. Put it at a Munich stadium or something. That'd sell out. I'm sure you get a shitload of Brits travelling there. For Wardley fans or Dubois fans. There's just two good fights off the top of me fucking sky, off the top of my head. Eddie and Frank are disposable, not to Bricktop's way. So Dana, yeah, Ben is permanently angry and a screw face. Yeah, he's a bell end, sweetheart. Only cockroach that just jumped on me. Ben is yeah. Only cockroaches and Bricktop would survive a nuclear attack. Ruthless. It is in Death Row's laws. It isn't. Yeah, you right, mate. Yeah, James. Yeah, I bet Ben was a right knob when he had his posh private school. Yeah. Eric's put Turkey. Turkey fucking drummer. Turkey drummer has only done what Eddie and Frank have been doing for years to fight. That's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point. The joke is with Conor, is that he brings a wash to pieces Prograis up to 150. Prograis has never fought at 147, fact, and Conor don't go down to 147. Then they need to go to 154 and swim with the Sharks. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Everything is about what Conor Benn has to do, or what suits him. Bringing up a 37-year-old guy to 150. For me, what's that? For me, Wilder and Fury have brought so much social media toxic to the sport. Now everyone is at it because the casuals on the internet will fall for the BSI. Fucking what a comment, mate. Tell you what, you're up there with Londoner with these great comments, man. And Derek. Well, all of you really, but yeah, what a great comment, man. The only streets Ben Jr. saw as a youngster was Sesame Street, Mr. Swaff. I know who that is, and the big yellow bird, yeah. At least Turkey got us undisputed. You can't get any more. Can't say anyone else did. No, no. No, I agree, Random. I think we had this talk last time, bud. I agree. I've never ever said I don't agree with what Turkey did, and I'm thankful for what Turkey did do. But as I look at it, it was a decisive plan. He plucked us. I think Turkey has plucked everyone. He's picked everyone's pocket. He came into the sport. For me. This is how I see Turkey out of shape, right? I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm just telling you this is how I see Turkey out of shape. Somebody who's had loads of money came from a country what's got loads of money. That country wants to be the new America. It pushes loads of fucking money into its infrastructure, which can't fault it. Its infrastructure with its modern technology, its skyscrapers, its beautiful beaches, its holiday destinations. The Saudis have ploughed their money back into the country, right? Now, they want to do the same with sport, i.e. football, i.e. darts, i.e. boxing, and so on and so on. That's why they're throwing all this cash out there to bring all these superstars to the Saudi Arabia, hoping to keep all these sports in Saudi Arabia. That's how I see it. And I see as Turkey was an agent sent out to go into boxing to find out how to work the lines. He's gone out there, got in with Frank and Eddie. He's been throwing this money around. Them two have been like fucking two kids in a sweet shop. Right, let's put all these fights together. Loving it because they're getting big paydays. All of a sudden, these fighters are getting big paydays. Then they all start coming together. Loads of fighters start coming from America. They start coming from Europe and all this. They all want a slice of this pie. And it was great. We were loving it. But it was always not going to last forever. And all of a sudden, the plug's been pulled out. Now fucking Eddie and Frank are crying their eyes out, especially Frank, because they're under contract for these fights, but Turkey don't want work with them no more. Now he's moved on to Dana White, and he's got a little acknowledgement of how to fucking work these boxing streets. Now he'll just use Dana White exactly the same. Maybe he might use Dana as how do you promote all these fights and stuff like this, or how do you do this, market them? I don't know, but I guarantee you, Turkey. Oh, it might be Turkey's plan to stay with Dana and take everything back to Saudi Arabia. I could be way off. I don't know. That's just how I see it, though. I better rewind this chat because it's fucking jumped all over me. I've read that. So the youngsters, I've read that. At least, I've read that. Seems like Usyk isn't very confident when it comes to Kabayel for some reason. Yeah, good point, man. Good point. Good point. Be frozen out to fuck. Frank Defo has an atomic bomb in his locker in case it all goes wrong. Yeah, Frank. As much as we rip Bricktop, Bricktop's very clever, man. Look at Bricktop. He's been in the business nearly 50 years. He's been around the block several times. He's been down and out 3-4 times since I've known him in boxing. But he always comes back smelling the roses. I can't stand any of these promoters. They're all a bunch of floggers. Yeah, absolutely, James, yes. Usyk basically preferred to be fucking it up with all the other. Usyk was basically perfect, and he's fucked it up for the dollar. Yeah, it's going that way. Well, Usyk can have one pass. Absolutely can. Just the WBC should put that belt online. He's playing everyone to a tune, but snake people. Random Don, that's what I'm saying, buddy. That's exactly what I'm saying. He's playing, yeah. Turkey plucked the fat cats with exactly. Yes, sports washed in it, yeah. This was Turkey's plan along to take over boxing. Absolutely it was. Absolutely it was. Just like I say with football, Eric. Look at the Saudi League, right? Look at the Saudi League. Look at all the old ex-world class players what play there. And a few good talented players what have gone there. Because they're on stupid money, aren't they? They want to cripple the Premier League and the Champions League. It's a known fact. They want the fucking whatever it's called, that league, to be the best league in the world. That's their plan. To pinch all these fucking... I mean, just a plain example of players like Ivan Toney, who used to play for Brentford. What a fucking great player he was. I thought, where's he gone? He's gone to Saudi Arabia. No English club come in for him. He went to Saudi Arabia for big buck because of the book. Turkey, yeah. If it spoils Bricktop might be the billions richer soon. If it just brought Tyson, he might have ended Frank. Yeah, he might have. Turkey said not a charity case anymore. Facts, yeah. Turkey has used boxing as a sport with no regulations or watchdog to become the money in the room. Used Eddie and Frank to see how it operates and takes over whilst sports washing the Saudi public. See, man, Londoner, you know I love you, buddy, man. That's what I'm trying to get out there, bud. That's exactly what I'm trying to get out there. That's how I see Londoner. Exactly like that, my man. But what does Turkey get by snaking them? Turkey gets fucking millions of... And I'm no expert, right? But I'm not gullible enough to believe that money is coming from Turkey Al Sheikh. I'm not gullible to believe that. That money is not Turkey Al Sheikh's money. And I've listened to a few big American channels say that. I could be wrong, but I'm not gullible enough to believe that Turkey Al Sheikh has thrown all that money about. It's not his money. It's coming from the Saudi government. I've read an article on it. It's coming from the Saudi government and who are backing the Saudi Sports Federation. That's where the majority of this money comes from, i.e. in darts, i.e. in football, i.e. in boxing, and whatever other sports they're trying to get. They're trying to make Saudi Arabia the go-to place, as in like destination and work-wise. Look how many people, look how many entrepreneurs, look how many millionaires leave the UK or other countries and fuck off to Saudi Arabia because you get better money, you get better deals for your money, you get bigger houses, the weather's better, there's low crime, the cost of living's better. They're trying to, and not only that, if they're putting on all these great jobs, massive houses, big skyscrapers, great entertainment, great football league, great boxing. That's it's the place to go to, isn't it? I think they're trying to be the new America or something like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. You're right, Loz. Turkey wants Saudi to be one of the main players. Exactly, buddy. Turkey is a dad of boxing right now. Yeah, he is. But backed by the Saudi government. It's rotten business. Yeah. Saudi silly money. Neymar played one game. There you go. There you go. Read Eric's comment for 160 million and got injured and never played another game for the team who paid for him. Stupid money. Exactly. But Ed, because they managed to land Neymar there, then all these other players are gonna want go there. You see what I mean? This is what I think anyway. Coogan versus Turkey before before Turkey, well, yeah, exactly that, Loz. Oh, salute to you, man. It ain't Turkey's money; it's just managed. These, I can't read that. I fucking up, bums. I'll read it when I'm thick as shit. You know when I'm under pressure, I can't read properly. Me, I read the words when I watch it back properly. Plus, I'm not exactly the brightest of guys. Jealousy using to throw shade because the PBC is dying. Yeah, the PBC's dead. Yeah, it's very fishy that Turkey is finding out everything and funding everything himself. Must be government involved. It is Sylvester. I'm telling you, Loz. It really is. Eldon, what's good with you, buddy? Salute to you, my good man. Turkey, thanks for coming through, Eldon. Turkey is heads over the Department of Entertainment and there's unlimited funds. So there you go then. The Saudi have tried to take over golf. There you go. There's another sport. There's another sport. I forgot about that, Thomas. And I know fuck all about golf. But you're right. There's another sport. I forgot about that. There's another sport what they're trying to take over. Because all the big PGAs and all that are in America, aren't they? Even and probably tennis as well. Probably tennis. Even Dubai with its multiculturalism is super safe. Nobody dares do anything bad. Pissheads out there. Elite. Yeah, oh no, yeah. WWE, World Cup, boxing, golf, football, all brought by ridiculous money, but it's all to hide the fact it's a savage nation. Yeah, absolutely it is. Still living in barbarical times when women die for looking the wrong way. What a great comment. Exactly, yeah. And killing gays and fucking stuff like that, yeah. Absolutely. You're fucking right, Ed. There is nothing wrong with Turkey using government funds he has been trusted with. I think there is. I think there is because I think he's ruining the sport. I do. Well, taking the sport away from like Europe and America and stuff like that. At all these events, you can see people of Saudi don't give a fuck about what they're watching. You're not the only person to say that, Ed. Yes, you're not the only one. Why are they taking over everything? Is something bigger than sport? It could be. It could be. It could be. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But like I say, that's how I think it is. I could be totally wrong, and I wouldn't say I'm right. Do you know what I mean? But I just think it's like I say. I listen to a guy called KQKC, right? American channel. I've watched him for years. I don't watch him all the time, but I've watched him for years, and I always remember he said that Turkey will be bad for boxing. You mark my words. Watch and see. And I honestly think he's right. I could be wrong, but I think he's right. I think he's right. The crowds are rubbish. They spoil the atmosphere. I think, yeah, the crowds are shit. You can't buy a drunk in public, pissy. I remember when Turkey first came to the scene and Hills and Fish Eyes were shading Turkey in the Riyadh season, saying Turkey was plowing all his money into boxing because he's just a huge fan of the sport. Yeah, I know. What a load of bullshit. What? Well, Londoner, they had me fooled till I started to notice. I mean, I listened to what KQKC said and I took it on board, but only with a pinch of salt. But I tell you when I started to really think about it, it was towards the back end of 2024, because 2025, I think, was shit for boxing. We only saw, one Riyadh card, maybe two? 2024, the thing was lit, wasn't it, in 2023? And then I started to notice that the Riyadh card started to slow down. And that's when I thought, yeah, you had me fooled. I'll admit, he had me fooled. So if you can fool a dumbass like me, you can certainly pull the wool over Eddie Hills and Fish Eyes, who are multi-millionaire businessmen. They were getting played all along. Facts. The crowds are retards. The crowds are retards. Here's a full of pissheads saying, "Oh, Anthony Joshua," when they disrespect white people. Fair point, yeah. If Turkey pays people good to keep Dana White on a leash and uses him, he can get rid of Frank and Eddie. Yeah, he very well could do. I don't think he will. Not so easy. I think, like I said before, I think with Eddie and Frank teaming up, I think, and especially with Frank having a stronghold on the heavyweight division, I think they'll be around for a bit. I don't think it's just going to be as easy as what they think. But if it was just one of them, just say like Eddie Hills was still with Turkey and Frank was on his own, then I think it'd be easy to wipe them out single-handedly. Whereas I think as a tag team, I think it's going to be a lot harder than what people think. Turkey got a YouTube channel at first. It was all jokes for free. Then suddenly you were getting loads of ridiculous vids on his channels. Yeah, I've never watched that. He was a hero, but now I'm not too sure. Yeah, exactly, Ed. Charlene's put Frank and Eddie may be forced to merge to rival Turkey. Queen's Room. I love it, sweetheart. I love it. What a great name. Could be. Well, they virtually are now, aren't they, Charlene? They're both on the zone. They both get on dead well together. I don't know. Boxing's become a funny thing. I love that, though, Queen's Room. That's quality, that, Charlie. Turkey's YouTube channel was all boxing, but and the vids started becoming ridiculous and technical. I can't even say the word. Political. Yeah, I didn't see that. I followed him on Twitter for a bit and seen some shit like that on his Twitter page. Yeah, we have to see how it plans out. Frank and Eddie will fall out. Sure, only Turkey glued them. Could be, yeah. Ed, what I was talking to Ed, a hero becomes a villain. Fact. Eric's put, poor Eddie, he's upset him and Ben's getting a divorce. You're fucking ruthless, you pisser, man. Eddie likes a bit of X, yeah. In the Saudi language, a random. When a clown moves into a place, it doesn't become a king, it becomes a circus. What a great fucking saying. What a great saying. Right, folks, I'm up out of here. As I've been on, it's 11:15. I've been on an hour and 45 minutes. I want to see a little bit of the night. So I'm going to give you all a shout out. Strangeness, salute to you, my good man. Thanks for coming through. Ed, thanks for coming through. Enjoyed your comments, my good man. Random Don, always a pleasure. Eric, you crazy mofo, thanks for coming through. Always a pleasure. James Jameson, salute to you, my good man. Charlene, salute, sweetheart. Thanks for coming through London. Salute to you, my good man. Sylvester, it's good. Salute to you, my good man. Eldon, salute to you, buddy. Thomas, salute to you, man. Right, I think that's everyone. If I've missed you, I've missed you. It was great, lads. Have a good one. Salute to you, my good man. Peace out to you. Yeah, enjoy your weekend. I will be back next week with some videos. I don't know, I haven't had the art in it this week, but hope you enjoy the weekend. I'll catch you in the week. Peace out.